Righto, she's here. Okay, so TX3 turbo, front wheel drive, not all wheel drive. I didn't end up doing the road trip back. I'm broken, guys, like I'm just sore inside. But anyway, that's another story in itself. So what I'm gonna do, right, is, so I've just bought this one. So it's another twin cam turbo TX3 manual, right? Let's just quickly do a Scooby-Doo recap. Righto, this will get you up to speed on the TX3 action. So this is my all-wheel drive TX3. She's a bit rough. This will be for a track car situation. So it's got that sunroof, which drives me mental. It's got a full interior and stuff. It's not actually too bad, but yeah, there's no motor in this one at the moment because it is in there to get head gasket, timing belts, studs, all that sort of stuff. I'll head out the front here and I'll show you the other stuff I've put together for this sort of track car fun. This one's a Mazda Familia, so Mazda 323, also a two-door. This one's all-wheel drive as well, no sunroof. This is Leith's car that I bought when I bought the other TX3s. He's pretty keen to put this together. It's full of parts. We've got another engine and an all-wheel drive box for this one. I did buy another all-wheel drive box and another engine, some bigger injectors and stuff like that. We've got a couple of exhaust systems, some big dump pipes. And I also bought this Capri here and this Capri here because both of these cars, we've had both of these running. It's obviously pulled apart because we've been using injectors, but they've both got those B6 twin cam motors in them. These are front wheel drive only. Okay, so I've got spare front wheel drive boxes for the one we're working on right now, and I also have, and there's this one here. So this is the one I done the live stream cleaning it up, had the dead mouse or rat on the front floor, and it's got a wiring issue problem. But I'm wondering now, after Nico's information about which wires to look for, whether we can get this one running as well. But this is only a single cam motor, so want it open? No, can't get into it. So yeah, it's a TX3, complete car, but single cam motor. So non-turbo, single cam front wheel drive. But yeah, but I've definitely got enough there to put something together. I would like a blue one, and yeah. But anyway, back to the action. Righto, so here's the story on this one. So, sorry. Okay, so we're back. Okay, so someone's pulled the ignition out and put a button in there, so we're going to go through and sort that out. In the trunk or the boot, it's from out at Emerald, so dry weather car, so it's not actually rusty from what I can see. This is a box of goodness. Oh my goodness. So, but you saw all those other cars I've got, bits and pieces. There's other mirrors here. Oh, there's the keys there to it. Sweet. So it might have door locks. This is the first time I'm actually looking through it. There's the cover for our timing belt cover. So yeah, she's not too bad. Like, it's a bit rough and ready, but plan is big offset wheels, flares, some sort of track car, and as you saw, Leith's one that we're going to put together as well. I'm still going to do my all-wheel drive one, but this might be just easier. So it's had mice, which is great. I hope we're not going to run into the same trouble as we had with the white one, with the wiring harness, but we do have those other Capris for wiring and stuff. Timing belt doesn't look terrible. There's your hole over there. It is a power steering air conditioning car, which is awesome. I love my air conditioning. Someone's put an intercooler because I'm pretty positive.
No, that's the factory.
Yeah, I think it might be the factory one off one of the 1.8s off the next model up. But anyway, I've got the pipe manifold. I've got ECUs. So in amongst all the stuff we got memcals made up for higher rev limiter, more fuel and more boost. So this might be one we can go play on Song Performance. They Bruce Grumps, their channel, we might be able to go put this on the dyno in this form and then do the upgrades and see if we get any more horsepower out of it. Could be a good one to play with, actually. I quite like that idea. So yeah, I'm going to get rid of these horrendous wheels because they scrub apparently. Go through, find a fuel pump, work out that ignition. I'll probably just drop a column out of one of the other cars and just put a complete one in there. But it's actually not too bad in the interior. It's got standard steering wheel, it's done a heap of Ks, but all the consoles in one piece. Hopefully I've got a lid there to replace that. but I might not even run that because I'm going to put seats in it and maybe a cage. The plan is to maybe me and Leith, he'll have his going to do like Leeburn sprints and track stuff with it. So yeah, I know I could use a WRX or something, but this is just one of those cars that I've always wanted. I really want a blue one, to be honest, so if anyone has a blue one, hit me up, I'm pretty keen. Yeah, or an all-wheel drive shell, like I said. Like I'm not a fan, that's why I ended up with this one, but it wasn't all-wheel drive. Yeah, I'm just not a sunroof guy. But yeah, so righto, we'll get stuck into this and show you where we end up. Hopefully we'll be driving it. The brakes do work. Yeah, I had big intentions of flying up, or we were going to actually drive the Jag up and then drive it back and do a video, but bouncing around in the truck, anyway, here's what it is, guys. All right, let's get into it. Righto, so first step first is what we're going to do is get it to turn over, so work out what's going on with this wiring and that push button. We've just got a battery in it. Get rid of some of that schmegma, the mice schmegma. Just get it to turn over and fire on start your bastard, and then from there we can work out a fuel pump. So as long as she fires and turns over, that'll be our first step. So let's work out this wiring.
Yeah, just that one wire there, joined to there, the other one's already joined.
Yep.
So
that's sounding promising. I'll get some bastard, some start your bastard. Yeah, it sounds good, doesn't it? It's not sounding head gasket or bottom ending. So a bit of start your bastard just to see if she fires. What's that?
Turbo time reading works.
Okay, where are we going to go?
So we might just have to go through, even through the side there. Oh no, that's probably the easiest.
I can probably just put it in that there. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it won't be fine.
Yeah, we just want it to go boom, so yeah. Alright, I'll spray in there if you want to hit the ignition again. So what we're doing there is just putting it in through that vacuum spot, just to see if it'll fire. Righto.
Ready?
Yep. Might have to pull the thingo off. We might just check spark first, maybe. Alright, that didn't work, so we'll check spark first, see if it's sparking. We just still don't know if that ignition's quite right. Well, our Capitanio's chasing a plug spanner. So this is the look I'm going to go for. So see this picture here. What do you reckon? See the flares and the big offset? Okay, so, and I've also found these wheels down in, where are these? I think they're in New South Wales or Victoria. So those wheels with the big offset, and yeah, so that'll look pretty sweet. So yeah, we're going to have to, yeah, flares. Pretty sure I've got a set of those flares right here somewhere. Okay, yeah, so while he's pulling that plug.
No, I'm just going to fit one plug in here. So he just want to
okay, alright, let's watch for spark, guys.
Hold that.
Yep.
Okay, ready?
Yep. No spark. Righto, so no spark, so there's something else has to be joined up behind there. He's got power, but he's got to put, has he got dash lights?
Yeah.
Righto, old Captain Harry Potter the Magician is just playing multimeters and stuff to see about power. So where'd you say these flares were? Oh, is that them? Alright, so we've got a couple of different sets of flares. So we've got these ones, which are, these are big berthers. So they're the big 100mm ones. You see them? Right. And then these ones here are smaller ones. See that distance there? So they're like a 75, I think. And these ones were like a 110 for a four-wheel drive. So we've got a couple of options there. Now those flares are on eBay. They're about, well, they were about $25, $30 when I bought them. I think they're about $45 now, but they're just a couple of extra sets. But through the years, see, I've got, I don't know if you guys remember the videos on the TX3s, but I've got clutch kits and timing belt sets, and it's all here anyway, guys. everything's here to start putting these things together. I'm pretty excited actually. I know that a lot of you guys are sitting there going, "Christ, another car." I understand that I have issues. I understand that completely. Righto, go. Nah. Yeah, I understand I have issues and I job from job to job, but the end goal is having enough cars to build every day and do content on heaps of stuff. So you'll definitely never be lumbered with watching one car get built for 6 months around here. It'll be multiples. Righto, I'm going to put this down and be back soon. Righto, so as far as he's tested, everything seems to be good. I just went out to his car to look for a coil. There wasn't one in there. I was going to pull one off, but decided to go out to the Field of Dreams and pull a column out and grab an ignition, or we'll just grab the ignition bit for now and replace the column later. So let's select one. Alright, let's see what we can find. Righto, so this is one I've been holding on to. So it's got a key, a column, an ignition. Yeah, it's sweet. Yes, I got, as you saw before, that one. And a red one over there too. And I think there's another one here somewhere. But I've been saving them for dash bits. And like we need that guard. This one's rooted, but yeah. It's gonna be sweet. Can't wait. Okay, this little beast has been kicking our ass. So we had to go Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and phone a friend. So I come across a guy named Nico when we were doing the black TX3 ages ago, the one we swapped for the 5 litre VS ute. And he's like the TX3 man. Alright, so yeah, Nico has these ads on Gumtree. I'll just put it up here. I'll put his link and information in the comments. If you've got a TX3 or a Mazda Familia or anything like that, this guy is the guy. He is the guru. What he done was put us onto... Leaf went through swapping ECUs. We do have an ignition in it now. Okay, so ignition in it. We've pulled out the old turbo timer. He's changed every relay, checked every connection, and just could not get power to the fuel pump or to the injectors. We couldn't find any sort of old alarm system or anything like that. From what Leaf says, he thinks that this may have had, you know how they have the transponders in the keys, and when they've ripped that ignition out, it wasn't there. But Nico put us onto this relay, which is...
It's right down in there.
Okay,
so I traced everything back to that relay, like that's where the power to everything is meant to come from. But
and there was a black and
white wire that needed power, which it wasn't getting. So we've just bypassed that and run that, and now the double relay works, and we have power and everything. So we've put a fuel pump in we had working in one of the Capris that are out the front. The tank is a bit dirty. We're a little bit worried about that. But in theory now we have spark, yes, and we have fuel pump.
Fuel pump works, so we're going to turn the key on because I just got fuel then because the tank was dead empty. See how dirty this fuel's going to be. I think you got to crank these for it to work. Just crank it and see what it does. I'll get the jump plate. Righto, be back in a minute. Okay, go for it. Righto, so we've got fuel coming out now.
That's cleaning up, so...
Yeah, that's good. It's getting cleaner. It's not great, but from what was in the bottom of that tank, it was terrible. Alright, that'll do us. We'll put the fuel line on now. So yeah, I don't know what was going on in the back there, but the fuel tank in these, the sender, sorry, and the pump sits in the tank there under the back seat. But this thing's pretty good. Like, it's pretty clean in there. The dash is all complete. It's got the standard TX3 steering wheel. I've started to look at, seats. I want to try and make custom bolstered seats, but anyway, let's do this.
Oh, fuel pissing out somewhere. Out of an injector, I think.
We're going to follow some stuff. I'm going to put this down so I can concentrate because it's fuel, and we'll be back once she's run. Righto, so we've got a leak in one of the injectors, but we're both pretty keen. You doing throttle?
Oh, shouldn't need to, hopefully.
You ready?
Yep. Stop.
This thing honestly has been kicking our ass it just, yeah. We're getting there though, like we didn't have fuel before. I'll go get my jump pack, man. Righto, we're hoping now that we have spark, but we think and the injectors are stuck with shitty fuel. So we're just going to try aero start, and it should go.
Oh, hang on.
Busting our balls, this one, guys. Hang on, I'll use my foot. Right. Yep.
That item. Okay. That was right. I'd say it's got power plugs and shit.
Fuel pump's still running too with the ignition.
Yeah, no, because I've got that going.
Yep. So yeah, she's still busting our balls. We've got to work out the relays carrying on.
So we've got we've got no fuel delivery.
Righto, alright. Battery, injectors, yeah, we get to play with our new injector cleaner, which is good. Righto, so we've got the plugs out of this thing, which were putrid. Where's the ones that I just pulled out? Anyway, okay. So oil, and 2 good ones. The 2 plugs were terrible. I've pulled a set of plugs out of the engine I've got over here. And the injectors, we have in the injector cleaner, sonic bathing. So they go into this first sonic bath here, which makes them fire and clean out. And then from there, we'll put them into here, and we'll be able to check our flow rates at idle, at under load, and all the rest of it to see if they're running the same. And we should be all set. So yeah, we'll let that run. It's got another 8 minutes to go. And we'll show you what the spray pattern and that does with the injectors. So then we should have plugs in it. We're getting there. We've still got that wiring issue a little bit, but what do you do? It's just, yeah, when people play with stuff, and yeah. Anyway, I think they're the new ones. Anyway, there was 2 that were real oily. Alright, it's raining pretty hard out there, so just you have to excuse the I've actually bought some new lights too. Can you see up on top of the hoist there? We put one up there. So I've got a heap of those new LED lights, which is going to help us a lot with lighting in here for filming. But okay, so these are the first lot of injectors that have come out, and they look pretty clean on the bottom now. I've just put some of these ones in, and I'm just playing with them a bit. That one there, I can sort of feel it clicking off, whereas that one there, not so much. These ones are just sitting in there, and these ones not so much as well, but that one there's clicking real hardcore now too. So those 2 there seem to have come good. I don't know, I'm pretty happy with this machine. It's going to be, especially with all the cars we do, as you guys know, they come through and they're just junk, you know. And I'm going to learn a lot about injectors, I think, doing this, which is good. So I'm going to clean all these ones and them ones, and then do flow tests and see. I'm excited. Love this machine. Bloody awesome. Righto, so what I've found, right, so this injector here, that one there, when it's plugged in to these up here, it doesn't click like those ones are clicking. So I'm wondering whether this one's actually blocked. So when we go back to this machine to check the flow, I will we'll see if that's how I can diagnose whether injector's working or not straight up, and that's quite hot. So yeah, I don't know. So we'll check that one there for flow and see what it's doing. I don't know. I'm just sort of learning about the injectors, learning which ones are working and not working, and it's going to be good. I'm going to learn a lot today. Righto, so this is the ones that were in the TX3. We're just going to go the general spray test. So all these were firing in the thing.
Oh, that one's still a bit shitty. Those 3 are really good. That one's spraying hits now. Oh yeah, that one's a bit slow. They're spraying a lot more than they were before.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, they're out to the shit house.
Alright.
Okay.
So do that.
Might do the big run, let it go through all of them.
Do the drain. So you drain it there, guys, and then it all drops out. But that'll be enough for it to run at least, and then
yeah, but we're better off just.
And then we can play it, turn them upside down, like you said, and reverse feed them and trying to clean them. It's still a learning curve, this machine, a little bit for us. but it's going to be good. And then you got a setting which is number 12, which puts it through everything. So it tests it at idle, under load, which is like,
okay.
Yep.
Oh. Leaking.
And that's it.
That one leaks. And that one's got a shit spray pattern.
Wonder if we swap that one from there to there to see if it's difference in the just in the rail.
It's the same pressure all the way through, so that won't make any. Oh look, that one was bugged. No, there's shit. Oh no.
Well, we'll try some of those other ones and see what they're like. I might pull the ones out of that other manifold too then. So it has general spray test, which is what you must be on now. Then idle speed test. Medium speed test is 4. High speed test is 5. Acceleration is 6. 7 is variable speed. 8 is leak detection. Okay, yeah, so we might test some of those now and see what we can do. They look fairly even the more we use them. So we have leak test there, number 8 I think it is.
The more I run it, the better it might get, you know, as you try to find the shit out of it. I don't think it's making the right noise.
Yeah, today. Alright. We'll run through this stuff and pick out some and try and get the most even ones we've got. Alright, sorry about the rain guys, but you can see it runs through a cycle of from idle and accelerate, gear change, I suppose, I don't know. But it has different sequences it goes through for all your driving conditions to make sure, yeah, it's pretty good. I'll do a video of it running through its sequence and just put that up so you can see the whole sequence of what it does before we pull it apart, and I'll just upload that as a separate video. It is quite mesmerising. Righto. Working pretty good, pretty happy. We've decided on the centre port, seems to be the most even, the best flow pattern. But I will put up a video of this whole process, and it'll include, like, you'll be able to see what it's doing on the numbers and the pressure, and it'll just yeah, go through that process. I'll get good lighting and everything. But for now, I think we're safe to put them in with the new plug, and we might be able to, look at that. There's probably an extra 50 horsepower in that rain, so it'll skid for sure.
You got a BT Commodore?
The rain only helps the horsepower in BT Commodores, is that right? Yeah. Nothing helps Barras. Nothing at all.
Probably 2 GE.
Wow. We just hit the key then. The wiring's still not right, like, but
I've got to find this wire here, which is going to the double relay that powers everything. When I hook it up to a ignition coil bolt, it shuts power down to everything else, hooks up to the battery fine. So I'm going to have to run a relay off ignition to that, so I can't feed back, and then we'll be right.
It's a little bit tappy, but that's the first start. But as soon as I hit the key then with the new injectors and the other plugs, that's how it idles straight up. Like that's
perfect.
Yeah, like it's.
Yeah, get it right.
That might come good though.
I know that'll definitely come to us for sure.
That's sweet.
It is a little bit better already.
Now, does the aircon work? Oh, she's a bit smoky, but that could be
Nah, but man, the
shit
amount of times they've probably tried to start it, how much raw fuel, fucking oil.
AC. Well, it kicks on. Oh, the aircon might work, guys.
I don't think the pressure's going.
Yeah, listen, ready? Go. Listen, ready?
No compressor.
Set, on.
no compressor.
How come it's changing it has an idle up on it?
Because it wants to turn on, it's still doing the idle up, but the compressor's not coming on. And I don't have enough gas to gas it at the moment.
It smells pretty good when I turn the fan on.
Oh, I bet it does.
This car stinks like, oh my, so bad.
We'll just let it on, I'll let it do a heat cycle, get some of the smoke and shit out of it, and it's probably raw fuel and oil in the exhaust from them trying to start it how many...
I'm happy with that, dude. Like, that's fucking awesome. I'll push the clutch in.
Exactly right.
Yeah. I'll just push the clutch in, see if it works. Hang on. Yeah. I touched these wires down here.
What's that? No, they're nothing. They just got to go up under the dash.
Okay, because I kicked it and started misfiring.
No.
Yeah. How much fuel did you put in the tank? Yeah, she's a gem. I'm happy. Oh, that sounds solid. I am so glad. I was just saying to Captain before, if I had gone to Emerald to try and drive this back, it never would have happened. Like, yeah. But that injector cleaner, that is key. Righto, so we're going to button this up a bit and we'll take you for a drive, I hope. Righto, I can't see a fucking thing, but anyway. She's a weapon. Like, I just went for a quick drive and it was pretty good. It breaks down up top a bit, but that's sort of to be expected. But you can't really see a lot, and the steering wheel's not sticky because it's got a cover, but the gear knob, yeah, you don't look forward to changing gears, I'm telling you.
Oh, it's got a broken engine mount.
Oh, you bugger. Oh, that wire's come off. That wire come off. I know.
I think when the engine mount
moves, yeah, like an airflow meter on a Commodore.
Yeah, that's why it's breaking down.
Yeah, alright, let's check that.
Drive into the workshop to do that.
Yeah, I can try to.
Okay.
Righto, after our false start, we're going to check out this sticky gear knob again. It just breaks down, doesn't it? Got to ease into it. It's unhappy.
Yeah.
Nosing over a bit uptight. It was good the first test drive. Like, yeah, it's just nosing there. Ooh, smell that mouse. I'll just cruise and turn around. I don't know what that is. We've got to just sort that wiring out properly. But yeah, it runs, guys. The motor seems good. We've just got that, well, the windscreen wiper issue isn't the best. But before, it actually went quite well. Like, I can see it, you know, bigger turbo, an exhaust, and some boost, and we'll be, yeah, we'll be walking home. Could just be shit.
That seems like airplane made to me.
We've got other ones in the other cars, so we'll pull them out. Look at that wheel.
Well, the plug gap's too big.
Oh, did you re-gap those plugs?
A little bit, yeah. But who knows how weak that coil is too.
But you can feel it's going to go. Like, it's solid. It pulls well, and I'm very happy. Yeah, it's going to be a good thing. Even with broken engine mounts and stuff, it's pretty good. It doesn't overheat, which is cool. Righto, so here's where we're at. It's wet outside, I don't want to get wet socks. That's the first thing of the day. Just put another fuel filter on it because yesterday it was mainly over, and you can hardly blow through this one. Seems to be running. The fuel pump that we put in this was just one that we had working in one of the Turbo Capris when we played with them ages ago. So I think the pump's still shot, but you can hear this engine now is sweet. Like, it is so solid. It builds boost when I was driving up the road earlier. Yeah, so I've got parts and pieces to put on this. We've ordered those wheels. They're on their way. I'm pretty excited about this thing. I am going to say, and I'll say it again at the start of the next TX3 video, I am chopping this apart and putting flares on it, but it has been it's had been in an accident before. The car's not rooted, but it isn't a perfect example of one of these, you know, like, and as far as I'm concerned, chopping apart, putting the flares on it, putting the big wheels on it, doing interior and everything will make this car live on forever from now on. Whereas if I do nothing to it, it'll never live on. So I don't want any tears from any purist that I'm going to do what I always do and chop these things apart and make them live on forever. So yeah, righto, that's one thing I might just check now. The breather on the fuel tank to make sure we're not vapor locking the tank, and that's why it's nosing over. But we had to put windscreen wipers in this thing yesterday because it was raining out in the yard. It's pissing down with rain, got absolutely drenched. Got in it, turned them on, they went up and stopped, and that was it. So I ended up driving it with no windscreen wipers yesterday. We will take this for a drive to let you see what it's like. And I think that'll be the end of this one until we move a bit further with it. But very, very happy. She is running, and yeah, it's good. Righto, almost out of battery, but I think we've got just enough to do this. I'm on hold from the bank because someone tried to use our credit card, but you have to put up with that mad sort of elevator music. I'm pretty happy with this thing. Let's see what she's going to do. Seems really solid. It's got broken engine mounts and everything in this thing, guys, but it's still it's good. A lot of boost, a big exhaust on it to make a big difference. Yeah, and I'm looking forward to the wheels turning up and working with the guy that he actually imports the wheels and stuff. So yeah, we'll be able to actually order wheels to build cars around the wheels. I don't know if you guys saw that link I put on the Kingatow parts finder page for those wide body cars and stuff. Like, yeah, box issues. Very small exhaust, like standard pipe out the back. Yeah, it's like probably smaller than standard. Yeah. It's starving for fuel up top, but the motor's spot on. It's real strong, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I'm really fucking really happy with it. It's going to be awesome. I've got some Datsuns here too, guys. If anyone's into Datsuns, there's a couple here. They're going to be sold. I'm going to play with this thing today too. Maybe, see how we go for time. Alright, order a fuel pump, and that's a result. I'm very happy with that. Yeah. Righto. Alright, I'm going to spend tomorrow editing because I've got a heap of videos to edit, and this will be one of them. But yeah, so that's her, the new TX3. So big wheels, flares. I looked at seats last night. She's going to be a gem. Just stay in red. I'd like a blue one. If someone has a blue one of these TX3s, even a single cam one, I'd like a blue one. But no, I'll leave it stock colour. I'll get another one. There's nothing wrong with buying another car because you want a different colour.
Yes, there is.
Seal.